All right, guys, welcome back to the Death by Tyranny podcast. This is actually a prequel to a podcast I'll be doing later on tonight. Hopefully, you guys are interested. I know I have quite a bit of family that's in town that's not normally here in Ohio, and I don't know how many of those family members are actually friend requested to me on Facebook, and I doubt any of them know that I do a podcast on YouTube and Twitter and everywhere else. And I thought I'd do something a little bit different. One, if anybody does happen to watch this little, 5-10 minute whatever podcast, does the video look better? I like I said, I have been getting into some more things as far as the camera goes. I have $1,000 camera. The only thing I use it for is a webcam to do the podcast. I would like to start getting into some uh, cinematography, doing short films, maybe, and I'm not talking about nothing crazy like, 45-minute festival movies. I'm talking about like 1 to 2 minute short movies, just trying to get into it. Who knows? This could be a potential, life changing career. I have no idea. All I know is the process of me learning to podcast, the gear, the equipment. I'll have to get my teeth whitened at some point in time because that really bothers me. And I always forget to take off the starting soon button. But I do know how to do quite a bit, and it didn't take me that long to learn. And if, I was to start making even just a little bit of money off the podcast, or if people wanted to donate, lenses or let me borrow them to check them out, or however it worked, I probably will start renting lenses at some point. The cinematic lens that I want to get to try is I believe it's called a Suryu Nightwalker. Of course, me wanting to do a little bit into the horror kind of action genre shorts, it'd be best to have a lens that's able to shoot in low light cinematography. So that's kind of what I'm hoping for. I'm sure there's a huge learning curve with that. One of my big things is I don't know if you guys know this, but all my podcasts have been live. I might upload some after the fact, but none of them are edited. That's why you see all my mistakes. You've seen all the things that I've learned. That's why sometimes the audio is not perfect. It's because I do everything live. I don't go through and pick the best of or take out sneezes, and I'm sure maybe this would do a little bit better. But I think it's all part of the process. I have officially been doing podcast for 2 years now, and it just doesn't seem to have the draw on an audience. I will still always do it because I that's my main passion. That's what got me into this. I could talk about what I talk about for hours and days. And I think it's important that somebody comes on here and speaks the truth. Another thing that I do that not a lot of other people do is I always streamline to Facebook as long as they will allow me to. That's because the people who are closest to me, there's a lot of YouTubers, podcasters, they don't use the real name. Of course, I have a channel name, but I use my real name, and the information I put out there, if no one else listens, I hope that the people that I know and I care about and I love are at least able to hear the message from me whenever I can speak it. And some of these people are just friends at work, but I can't say this stuff at work. So I have to rely on the podcast. And so if they can't watch me on YouTube or they're not Twitter people, at least I know they're active enough on Facebook where they might stumble across this. And who knows, this could lead me into taking pictures for people, doing short clips on, cars. I know a lot of people have really nice cars. I'm sure they wouldn't mind having like a 30-second TikTok, nice cinematic, a walk around of the car. So hopefully I'll be able to do some of that stuff. But as of today, since we did have a passing in the family, we get bereavement at work. My work's at least nice enough to do that. So what I thought about doing is maybe with some of the free time that I have, I know some of my other coworkers aren't as lucky. If anybody wants to give me a general time that would be best for them tonight, whether it be 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, maybe 2 o'clock in the morning, I don't know, whenever, and then just give me some topics that they want to maybe touch on. Maybe they didn't get to watch the GOP debates. I can always pull it up on here and we can go through it together, kind of, break down some of the things that the candidates were saying, because I can tell you a lot of them were just talking out of their ass. But with that said, absolutely feel free just to. I know I usually get about 3 views every podcast that I do on Facebook. They scroll through. I don't even know if they watch it. If I'm lucky, they'll like it. I had quite a few likes and views on the little video I replayed from Facebook for Boyd today and his passing. Well, any of those family members that don't get to talk to me on a daily basis, this is the way of the future. I know there's a lot of people that hit me up in DMs, and I'm not really a messenger guy unless you're my wife or a supervisor. I'm probably not going to DM you back. So if there's any, and we can talk about anything. If you don't want to talk about politics, you want to talk about family stuff, you want to talk about tattoos, you want to talk about what's going on in the gun industry, whatever. You guys let me know, and maybe we'll do a little bit more interactive podcast tonight. I also know there's a lot of Facebook friends that I haven't got to talk to in a while, a lot of Facebook pages that I used to be a part of that obviously got zucked off the planet because, Facebook doesn't like gun pages. There's a lot of people on here that I haven't talked to in a while. Joe King, he's bought quite a few weapons off of me, or firearms in the past. Super cool guy. There's other people I know in Indiana that have businesses. I would love to talk to them, seeing as they're in the gun industry, or anybody else. I have the ability to open up a Discord chat, and you guys are able to speak on the podcast. I think since it's been so long that I've been really, really interactive with the podcast. And on top of that, people just not knowing all the capabilities that I have to do that with, we can do a lot of cool things. It doesn't just have to be you text me a little, comment down here. We can of course do that, but we can bring you on the podcast and we can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. It'd be cool to hear from Paul again. I haven't heard from that guy in a while. I'm sure he's got some stuff to say about the GOP debates last night. But with that, guys, I'm going to get off here. Like I said, I need your help to kill some time tonight and try to make a decent podcast. With that, guys, I love you guys. Stay safe. Stay prepared. God bless. America first. Let me know how the new camera settings look, other than I really need to get my teeth whitened. Love you guys. Peace.